Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And listen, you might want to sit down for this one because royalty just shocked everybody. After months of silence, travel, private jets, and business moves, she finally did something no one expected right now. She went public with her new man. Yup, no blurry shadows, no cropped arms, soft flaunt, teasing the internet like she usually does. This time, she posted him clearly, face, body, presence, out in the open. Her new boyfriend is officially part of the picture now, and you know what made it even more wild? Nation and Jaaliyah reposted it with hearts, with love, with no shade at all. The same girls that fans thought would be overprotective or hesitant, the same ones people assumed would never accept anyone who's not CJAG, they actually look happy. Now let's talk about what this really means, because this isn't just about a picture. This isn't just about a man. This is about royalty stepping into a new chapter of her life and doing it with her daughters on her side. It shows us something important. She didn't rush this. She didn't force a new man into their lives. She must have taken her time behind the scenes, introduced him slowly, built trust, and let the kids get comfortable before putting anything out there. And that's what makes this moment hit different. She didn't just find someone new. She found someone her kids could actually vibe with. And in a world where blended families often clash, that's a big deal. Now, of course, the internet had mixed reactions. Some people are cheering her own Jew. She deserves happiness. CCJ was never going to give her peace. I'm glad she moved on. The way her daughters are supporting her says everything. Others, well, you know how it goes. There's always a few comments like, this is too soon. What about CJ? She's doing too much for the gram. But at the end of the day, royalty doesn't owe anyone an explanation. Because when you've been through betrayal, heartbreak, and public judgment like she has, sometimes finding peace with someone new isn't a betrayal, it's a rebirth. And let's be honest, royalty has been glowing lately. Private jets, family trips, new business moves. Now this new man, it's all coming together, and with Nation and Jaaliyah by her side, not just tolerating him, but uplifting the relationship, it shows us that this might actually be real. This isn't a rebound. This isn't a storyline. This might just be the peace royalty has been praying for. So now I have to ask, you think this new man is here to stay? Will CJ So Cool say something about it? Or is this royalty's clean slate? A new beginning, supported by her daughters and unbothered by her past. So guys, here we go again. Royalty just posted herself flying private again. Yup, another vacation, another private jet, another moment that's got the internet buzzing. Honestly, at this point, it's like she's on a whole new level. Over the last few weeks, it's been one private flight after another. Not commercial, not first class, private jets, the kind with leather seats, champagne trays, and zero waiting in TSA lines. And this time, she didn't even go alone. Just last week, royalty flew the kids out to Atlanta, not for a show, not for business, but to go shopping. Let that sink in for a minute. Private jet with the kids, just to go shopping. She's not just giving flight. She's giving, I do what I want, when I want, how I want. And honestly, people are loving it. Fans have been flooding the comments like, okay, boss lady, that's how you glow up after a breakup. CJ who? She's showing us that you don't need to argue online to make a statement. Sometimes peace, money, and emotion say everything that needs to be said. And let's be real. Royalty's never been one to flex too loud. But this isn't subtle anymore. Now let's talk about what this really means, because some people think she's doing too much, like she's trying to prove a point. After all the drama with CJ So Cool, all the back and forth over the twins, all the internet comments dragging her name, she's now flexing hard to say, I'm good without you. And maybe that's true. But what if it's deeper than just trying to prove something? What if this is the first time royalty's actually free? Free to move, free to travel, free to treat herself and her kids without asking anyone, free to finally enjoy the life she spent years building. Behind the scenes, while all the focus was on CJ. Because let's not forget, royalty was there when CJ's channel blew up. She was in the videos, raising the kids, building the brand, and now she's living in the success she helped create on her own terms. She's taking her kids out of the house and into new experiences, showing them what wealth, movement, and independence look like. And not just flying out to show off, but flying out with purpose. She flew to Atlanta to shop, but also to bond with the kids, to make memories. To remind them, just because things change doesn't mean we're stuck. Now, of course, some people are still gonna hate. They'll say, she's spending too much. Where's the money coming from? This is just revenge flexing. But at the end of the day, she doesn't owe anyone an explanation. Because if she's making 30 grand a day like she claimed, if she's really running her own side hustle, if she's finally living the life she deserves, then who are we to tell her to slow down? Sometimes you've got to go through the storm to finally enjoy the sunshine. And right now, royalty is flying through that sunshine on a jet, literally. So now I want to hear from you. Do you think royalty is truly living her best life? Or do you feel like she's doing too much too fast? And more importantly, if CJ sees this, what do you think he's feeling? And just when we thought royalty was done making moves, she went and did something that caught everybody off guard, but in the best way possible. After flying private, after shopping in Atlanta with the kids, royalty took Nate.
She won't be around, you know, it's gonna be her first time alone. She has two of her friends going with her. Oops, I'm sorry, Papa. So, we're gonna see how that works out. So, you know, I want her to expand her horizons as well, and I want her to do her big one, which she's going to be doing. So, content house. So right now we're shopping for her right now to do like a little.
And Jaaliyah straight to a content house. Yup, you heard that right. She didn't just treat them to a luxury trip. She turned around and said, I want my girls to become big streamers and content creators. Let that sink in. She's not just spoiling them with trips and shopping bags. She's putting them in position to build their own names, their own platforms, and their own futures. And for a lot of people watching, that moment hit different, because this is no longer about CJ. This is no longer about drama. This is a mother showing her daughters a different path and giving them tools to win early. The content house they visited, it's full of creators, young kids, teens, influencers, people making real money off of YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, you name it. And Royalty wasn't just there to tour the place. She was there with intention, helping Nation and Jaaliyah see what's possible when you stop waiting for handouts and start building something for yourself. She even told them on video, they all could be just as big, even bigger. You just got to lock in and stay focused. And you could see it in their eyes. Nation looked inspired. Jaaliyah was hyped. They weren't just kids in a vlog anymore. They looked like future stars in the making. And let's not overlook what Royalty is really doing here. She's breaking the cycle. Because too often, parents keep their kids in the shadow, especially when the spotlight is on them. But Royalty, she's pushing her girls into the light. She's showing them that they don't have to rely on anyone. Not CJ, not a man, not even her. To live large, they can stream, they can create, they can brand themselves and build an empire, just like she's doing right now. And the crazy thing is, while some people are busy asking how Royalty is affording all this, what they're missing is this: she's not just spending money. She's investing in her kids and their future and generational wealth. She's creating something that could last beyond the vlogs, beyond the fame, beyond the views. And honestly, that's power. Some fans are already saying, Nation's got the personality to go viral. Jaaliyah's gonna eat on TikTok and Twitch. This is the smartest move Royalty's made so far. And they might be right. Because while CJ's content is starting to feel a little recycled, Royalty's making brand new stars right inside her own home. So let me ask you all this. Do you think Nation and Jaaliyah are really ready for the spotlight? Can they become the next wave of young creators? Or is Royalty dreaming too big? And if they blow up, what does that say about who really passed down the hustle? Royalty or CJ? So now the question is going to a content house really the next stage in Nation and Jaaliyah's life? I mean, yeah, it looks exciting. They're in summer break. No school for now, no homework, no responsibilities tying them down. So sure, the timing makes sense, but what about the reality? What about what comes after jet rides, the tours, the hype? Because content creation isn't just dancing in front of a ring light. It's not just pressing record on your iPhone. It takes consistency, confidence, and character, especially when the whole internet is watching. And for Nation, she's got that energy. She's funny. She's got that bounce in her personality that people naturally gravitate to. She's already had viral moments on CJ's channel. She's been in the mix since day one. She knows how to talk, joke, vibe with the camera. So yeah, Nation might actually shine in that content house. But then there's Jaaliyah, and this is where it gets interesting. Because Jaaliyah has always been the low-key one. She doesn't talk much. She's not loud or overly playful like Nation. She kind of stays in the background, chilling, observing, watching. And now Royalty's pushing her into a world that's the exact opposite of her personality. So it makes you wonder, is Jaaliyah really ready for this? Or is she just going along with it because her mom and sister are hyped? Is she trying to find her own lane or being pulled into someone else's? And listen, I'm not judging. Sometimes the quiet ones surprise us the most. Sometimes all they need is the right environment to unlock a side of them we've never seen before. Maybe this content house is exactly what Jaaliyah needs. A chance to step out of her comfort zone, to find her voice, to grow her confidence, to say, hey, I may be quiet, but I've got something to say too. But also maybe she's just not that girl, and that's okay too. Not every kid wants to be a YouTuber. Not everyone wants to be in the spotlight. And in a family full of big personalities and public attention, sometimes being low-key is your power. So Royalty's job now is going to be real important. She has to watch her girls closely. She has to make sure Jaaliyah's not feeling pressured or out of place. That this whole journey isn't just about keeping up with Nation or proving something to the internet. Because this isn't just content. This is their childhood being shaped right now. And let's not forget, we've seen this before. Kids blown up too early, given too much attention too fast. And it doesn't always end pretty. So while the idea of content creation sounds fun, we've got to ask, is this really what they want? Or what the internet expects from them? Because if it's not coming from the heart, if it's not their passion, it's only a matter of time before the lights feel too bright and the camera feels too heavy. So let me know what y'all think. Is Nation really ready to take this content thing serious? And does Jaaliyah even want to be a content creator? Are we about to see a new sister do rise to the top? Or is this going to expose their differences more than anything? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like this video if you believe in quiet strength, and hit that subscribe button, because this summer might just change everything for these girls. Thanks for watching.